Hi guys, my name is Laura and I'm the owner of Dirty Bastard Soap Company, and today I am jumping on the YouTube train to bring you some lavender soap. Yay! I know, try to contain your excitement. I'm excited, but so here's what we're gonna do. I've had some requests for a lavender soap and I've had some requests for an abrasive soap. So what I'm gonna do is make that lavender abrasive soap. Genius, I know. So I'm going to grind up some lavender flowers and throw that in the soap and we'll see what we get. So my goal is to fill up this mold, and I think this is about like a 2.5 pound mold that I normally use, and that will make me 9 bars of this soap. So what I have here are lavender flowers, and I'm basically going to make a lavender tea. And what I'm going to do, because these are the whole lavender flowers, I'm gonna kind of grind them up, and so they're not as big and bulky inside the soap when people go to use it, so it's not like hurting anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but I don't want to hurt anybody with my soap. So anyway, I'm gonna put it in my handy dandy coffee grinder that I don't think has ever seen one bean of coffee. I'm gonna grind it up for just a second, maybe more than a second. Smells pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the tea with the lavender, and then ooh, that's nice, and it looks like something, I don't know. So it's nice and powdery now, and this is like just a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way with the lavender. And as far as abrasive materials inside a soap, you don't need a whole lot. In here I have my water, which will later be added to with lye to create my lye mixture, that I'll then later add into my oils. Anyways, long story short, I'm taking the lavender, I'm putting it in some water that's about the temperature of the sun, and I'm gonna mix that around. I'm just gonna basically let this sit until it cools off, and then once that's done, I'm going to refrigerate it for a little while so that it gets nice and cold before I add my lye. Because what happens when I add the lye automatically heats up by itself. It's self-heating, so it will raise the temperature of the water. And with the water being hot, I don't need it to get any hotter and shatter my glass and have water all over the counter or whatever. So I'm gonna wait for this to cool down, and then I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator, and then I'll be back later when I add my lye. Thanks. So here's what I decided I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out these lavender flowers. I'm gonna strain these bad boys out and just keep the water. Because like I said earlier, the lye, and here's my lye, all pre-measured in my fancy china. And so what's gonna happen is the lye is gonna heat up the water, and I don't want my lavender flowers to burn in any way, because that would be kind of weird and gross. And I don't want that. So I'm going to just strain this water out, and we'll see what we get. So there is that. And now, and then I can add the lavender back to my mix later on when I add my oils and stuff. So we'll keep that. And I need a spoon. Nothing fancy, just a spoon. And so what I'm going to do, if you're new to this and if you're going to attempt to make soap, I just want to put in a little disclaimer that you should be wearing gloves and probably goggles. So I'm standing a good distance away from my lye, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour this water in there. And it is a glass container, because like I said, it does get pretty dang hot. And I'm just going to stand back. I don't want to absorb, I don't want to smell any of those fumes or anything. So I'm just going to give this a little stir until that lye is dissolved. And if you're curious about what temperature this is going to get up to, let me get my temperature tool. So right now this is registering at 206 degrees. That's pretty damn hot. Plus there's lye in there, so please do not touch this in any way, shape, or form. One other thing about mixing lye, before I mix any lye, I like to be sure that I put away all my pets, my dogs and my kids. All right, so I can see all my lye is dissolved. Now I'm gonna let this sit and cool down again before adding my oils. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna measure out my oils, get them all ready to go, and then we'll come back again once this lye is cooled off, and we'll make some soap. All right, after. Okay, I'm back, and I'm gonna do this. I think it's gonna come together real quick. Got my stick blender here, my oils, and I like to use a combination of olive oil, cottonseed oil, and coconut oil. When my oil supplier doesn't like to stick me with palm oil like they did recently, I don't like using palm oil because I'm not real sure if their oil is vegan or not, so I just try to stay away from that palm oil because I know a lot of people that don't like to use products that are not vegan. So anyways, that said, I have cottonseed oil, olive oil, and coconut oil in my mix here, and it's all at room temperature. This is my lye water from earlier. It's infused with my lavender flowers that I ground up with my coffee grinder, and here's that. I'm gonna add that in just a minute. And I also have my lavender essential oil. And in the past, I have made a long time ago, I made a lavender soap. And sorry, I'm watching my son outside. I don't want him coming inside because he's rather loud. So anyways, I made a lavender soap a long time ago, and the lavender essential oil kind of, it processed really quickly in my soap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my lavender oil to my oils and see if maybe that doesn't help control the speed at which it sets up or accelerates. Okay, got it. Hold on. Oh, that didn't work out the way I planned it. Okay. So lavender oil is mixed in with the soap. With lavender essential oil is mixed in with the rest of my oils, and I'm going to go ahead and add my lavender flowers back in right now. Just do a little bit of that so I can make sure that I get them dispersed evenly. I don't want to have like any clumps of lavender, really. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Okay, so there it is. It's ready to go. I'm ready to put my lye water in, and this is the moment of truth. Bottoms up. All right, I may just have to just dump it into my mold really quickly, depending on how fast it sets up. And I feel it coming to trace right now, so I'm going to just take this out. It's setting up real quick on here, and it's already solid. Shoo. This is like the nightmare. I hate this. And I have solid soap. So this is called, this is acceleration, and this is what it looks like. Wow. All right, well, so I'm gonna put this in a warm place. That would be my oven overnight, or for 8 hours, plus or minus. And we'll come back and we'll see what it looks like when it's all done. Right now it looks like a hot mess. So we'll see what happens. All right, bye. Hey guys, real quick, I just want to say, this is my lavender soap from yesterday, and it was a complete disaster. This looks like total crap, and it's just, I'll probably end up giving it to my mom or something, I don't know. Anyway, so it solidified so quickly, I didn't even have time to get it into the mold, and I can feel air pockets in here. So this is not a winner, no. I wish I could just like throw this over my shoulder right now, but it would make a big mess. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and measure out some new oils, and we're gonna do this again real quick. Okay, we are ready for round 2, and this is going to be the lightning round. Okay, so I am adding in my lavender to the mix, and I'm also going to add in my lavender essential oils to the mix. Now, this is going to set up real fast, as we saw yesterday. So I'm just going to give this a little mix, and once I add in my lye tea, I'm going to just give it a quick stick blend, and then I'm just going to throw it into my mold. And we'll see if I can't get this in there any faster than yesterday. Okay, you ready? Deep breaths, and focus. Here we go. Okay, that's good enough for me, man. I'm gonna put that right there, and I'm just gonna throw this in here. And it's already setting up. Wow. Okay, it's a little better than yesterday. At least it's in the mold. Wow, I can't believe it sets up so quick. No time for decoration on this one, boys and girls. Just get it in there and cross your fingers. Nothing pretty about this soap, but it sure smells great. I can tell you that. All right. Ta-da! That's much better. All right. So once again, this is going to set up for about 8 hours, and then I'll be back to cut it. And it's been a really long day, but I wanted to wrap up my lavender soap really quick. So it's been sitting for, I don't know, maybe like 8 to 10 hours since I made it this morning. And I'm just going to unmold it really quick and show you guys how I cut it and stamp it. So here we go. It feels pretty set. And yeah, it is. It's pretty solid right now. So this is my soap, and it smells awesome. This is my soap cutter. I love this thing. I can cut 9 bars at a time with this. It's awesome in one smooth swoop. So here we go. Like butter. So that's that. I now have 9 evenly cut bars of lavender soap. So there you go. You can see, hopefully you can see, I don't know if it'll focus on that. You can see the little grains in there from the lavender flowers, and it's still kind of soft enough to where I can stamp it. So I have this handy dandy, this is what I use. This is my my little rig, my setup here. It's actually, I don't know what else to call this other than a bullet press. There's something under here. So I don't know the first thing about making bullets, just FYI, quick disclaimer there. But I'm told that it's for pressing bullets. And what I do is I have this awesome resin epoxy thing with my Dirty Bastard logo on there, and it's soft enough so this thing just pushes right in there, and I get this cool little logo on my soaps. So I will go ahead and finish out all 9 of these, and these will be ready to go on the curing rack, and I'll let them sit and dry for about 4 weeks, and then they'll be ready to sell. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.